Hello, Jessica here. Finally, a new Lego Toy Story review. Well, sort of. This is a Lego Lightyear 2022 set, which has 497 pieces, 4 characters, and retails for $50 in the United States. Let's take a look at those minifigures. Here is Lightyear. Isn't this so different from Toy Story's Buzz Lightyear? Buzz Lightyear, of course, this minifigure being from 2010 with the molded head. We got some for Toy Story 4. Notice right away how the body armor piece differs, where we don't have molded buttons or anything. Instead, there's just printing there. We still have the Star Command logo in the middle. And instead of there being holes with a pole connection at the back for the wing pieces, like the other Lego Buzz Lightyear minifigures, this part right here, it seems like the other sets are going to have wing pieces that attach with the 2 studs at the back. Now, I don't own the other sets yet, so we'll really have to wait and see. But this is the same body armor piece as the other sets, except the printing and coloring is different. This set is the only version of, or the only way to get this version of Buzz with that orange and gray design. Orange outfits, torso, and legs also being exclusive to the set. Interesting part usage here where we have an existing helmet being used. This is also prominently used with the lunar research sets of City that just came out as well. In a way that kind of guarantees that this won't be super accurate to how this helmet appears with this outfit in the movie, but still it's serviceable for what it is. You can see how they have a visor and it lifts up to reveal a face. This face printing is actually exclusive to the set with that, lighter blue design with the base headpiece. The other set's having a Buzz Lightyear head that has a base purple design. You can see how this actually doesn't have any back alternate facial expression, but rather just some back detailing on the headpiece. With that armor piece removed, which you can see how that just connects to the neck piece there and how it even has 2 holes for a visor design. You can get some back torso printing and a better look at that back face printing. And then the design of that gun is actually from Overwatch. Here's a better look at that front torso printing and that front face design. Now, there's an alternate option for this set, which is so cool that these sets include these options to swap out the head. And then they include a generic face for Buzz Lightyear. I mean, it looks kind of generic to me, but that smirk definitely screams the Buzz Lightyear Toy Story smirk. It is actually kind of faithful in that regard. Really what throws me off is that hair piece, where that hair piece doesn't even look like the Buzz at the front box's hair. I don't think this existing piece really fits for this Buzz design. Now, at the back, there's an alternate face, which you can see he still has a confident look, but he's not grinning with his teeth showing and everything there. And if you're really curious, here's how it looks with the body armor piece and just the regular face and hair. Then we have Socks, who also comes in the $30 Zurg set. This design is pretty adorable. It's the same existing kitten piece we've gotten before, but just with some new printing. It also has a nice new color for this piece, which is just a great base color. I love how this design came out. It's quite adorable. And then just that front has just kind of this dead-eye look. From the trailers, it looks like that character just has kind of a dead-eye look in general, since it's like a robotic cat. And then the next minifigure is Darby, which the design for Darby Steel has this crazy blaster here. This uses a really annoying sticker that is smaller than a 1x1, where you just put that on a 1x1 brick. Ugh, annoying to line up and everything there. But that does add to the overall look, because this is a pretty cool looking build where you do load studs at the front, then you push down here and the studs go flying. Regardless, beyond that big ass blaster, we have this really cool torso design, which is covered with this body armor piece. The same piece that they use for another figure in this set. It's actually a Lego Star Wars piece, just some nice part usage there for an existing part. But this print and everything is exclusive to this set. I love getting the dark green there, the orange on that shoulder, and also the scratches and scuffs at the front there, which at the back there's 2 studs. However, I do believe the helmet piece is new and exclusive to the Lightyear line. This does come throughout the sets, where it comes in some smaller sets as well, but it's just a really interesting piece with that visor part at the back, We do have some just molding with some texture details, and then those two little dots at the front as well. Underneath, we do have a face print, which you can see she has a pretty cool smirk right there. This is actually a design that's exclusive to the set with this specific face print. And then she has an angry look. Another option that's really cool is that they include a hairpiece for this character. So you can just put this to give hair to Darby. That works really well. And if you're curious how she looks with that body armor removed, great torso and leg printing, and then that back torso printing as well. And then finally, we have Mo Morrison. This design also using a new print for the Star Wars armor piece they have going on there. Love this weapon build where they have some interesting part usages with that little action pose piece, a spear piece at the base there. This design also using the same helmet as that last minifigure, which overall is a very cool design. Again, just having some great molding there with all the textures and everything popping out. Regardless, removing this helmet piece. Underneath, you have another new face print, which that looks pretty funny, just how he has that open mouth design and a, I guess, permanent, confident look. You also have a hairpiece to swap out for him, which is a newish hairpiece. It's from the Marvel CMF series last year. Came in 2 sets this year, like the Black Panther mech, and then I think the Hogwarts suitcase. So it's great to see that appearing in more sets. And then at the back, unfortunately, no alternate face for Mo. I kind of wish there was an alternate face. And here's how Mo looks with that body armor piece removed. From my understanding, same legs and torso as Darby, which was the last minifigure. Oh, and this set also includes an accessory for Crystallic Fusion. An interesting printed 1x1 is used in the middle there, which is a translucent 1x1. You have the printing in that middle section. No printing at the side, but then more printing at this back section. That's pretty cool on how that design works. And this is just put at the edge of this build, which uses one of those pieces at the end to kind of grab it. It's a very simple build that also appears in another set of this wave, but still has that really nice print of that 1x1 in the middle. Oh, and I also forgot this accessory. They include a little laptop, which has a 1x2 print of the keyboard there, a sticker of the Crystallic Fusion display. Very cute, small design. It's nice to get the book pieces with a white base, which is quite uncommon. The XL-15 spaceship looks pretty interesting. I didn't know if they were going for the original Buzz Lightyear Starship design, which I love that boxy look it has. This one's a lot sleeker. Now, we do have some brighter colors and some references to that design, whether it be the little 1x6s stickered at the edge there, the Star Command logo there. And that's one thing, this set has a whole bunch of stickers, maybe too many stickers. I kind of wish a lot of these were prints. They're quite annoying to line up perfectly. Either way, this does have a nice use of medium azure throughout. That bright blue they use just gives it a lot more flavor and distinguishes it from, say, like a Star Wars vehicle. You wouldn't see that clashing with the translucent yellow. It does feel a lot more like, say, a classic space vehicle, but I'm really getting feelings from Galaxy Squad. Remember that one $20 blue spaceship they had? That's the feeling I get from this set. But this is so much more detailed. Where it is a $50 set, it doesn't feel it from the size, but this has a lot of chunk and added detailing and greebling to this overall design. The display stand part isn't something that is permanent. It's very easy to remove the spaceship from the display stand, where we just have a Technic pin connection there. This design is really nice to get in an 8+ set. It's something you'd expect from an 18+ set, a direct-to-consumer display set. But no, they actually have a display stand with some information on there. Unfortunately, this is a sticker, which I would have preferred if that was printed. One thing I love about that stand is that you could also easily position it in displays like this, where it looks like it's flying. You also put it on the other way as well, like this. That's really cool if you ask me. Regardless, with the XL-15 removed from the display stand, this bad boy is quite swooshable, just holding it from the middle there and swooshing it around. Regardless, we have some fantastic pieces being used here. One thing I love is that the set has a few of these 1x1s on top of each other. I don't know, they're like 1x1 plates on top of each other in height. They have a hollowed out stud. This was in a lot of the new Speed Champion sets, but they're the first time I'm getting them, so I'm really happy to get them in this set. Right at the front, I love the cockpit window coloring with this translucent yellow. This is the first time we're getting this specific cockpit piece in that color, so that's pretty fantastic. Regardless, to open this up, you can see how there's enough room to fit a minifigure standing inside there. One thing I really love is this use of that one part that has a balled end there, the pole piece, because it actually has like a joystick movement with that miniature ball joint. One thing I don't like though is that these two control parts are stickered pieces. And yeah, that should have been a print. That's very annoying to put on. Those are smaller than regular 1x1 tiles, so it's quite a pain to line up correctly. It's odd because this control panel in the middle there is printed, and that's a really cool print to get on that triangle piece, which you can see how that just goes onto a 1x2 jumper design in the cockpit there. And Buzz fits in there very snugly. You can see closing that cockpit. One thing you might not notice right away is that Socks fits in there as well. Right behind Buzz, there's a 1x2 stud configuration. So you can actually have Socks standing up, even though it's a little bit hard to line up since that's right under this canopy design. So you kind of have to... It's easier for those with smaller fingers, for sure. Regardless, for the rest of this build, towards the back, I like the wing configuration. Again, having a little bit of a reference to that original Star Command design, where one wing has a translucent red tip, the other one having a translucent green tip. And then at the back, I'm not too familiar with this, and I looked up the part code and nothing showed up on Brickset. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've never seen these engine designs before. Very interesting piece on how that comes together. And yeah, that's just put at the back thrusters. And this design actually has a compartment in the middle. Pushing down this hatch right here, you have enough space to fit the Crystallic Fusion inside this part. Isn't that cool? You could even fit another one at the top there, which there is another one in, I think, the Zerg set. Regardless, that's it for the build of this set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. It's funny because the box for this is a $30 box size, yet this is a $50 set. That box design is pretty darn interesting with the colors and all. And then at the back, you have some different shots of the set. The instructions have an advertisement at the very end featuring the other sets. So you can see them right here. And unfortunately, this is the only set I have at the moment. Can't wait to get the others, though. So overall, the design of the XL-15 Star Command ship has some references to that original blocky spaceship that I associate with the original Toy Story film. This design is a lot sleeker, and I like how they changed stuff up between the two. Overall, I like the colors on here, especially with that medium azure, I believe, and the translucent yellow. It makes for a pretty sleek starship that right away may not look like it's worth $50, but there's a lot of detailing and just fixations on how it's built in a specific position that I think come together pretty well for the price. I also think the characters included are cool. There's a nice selection with 4 characters. 2 are just exclusive characters altogether, but there's only 3 Lightyear sets, so it's not like there's too many copies or repeats of Buzz himself. Buzz in this set is exclusive regardless, and it's nice to get Socks as well. The Socks come in one of the other sets. If all things considered, I'd rate this set a 7 out of 10. This is actually a set that at first I was kind of like it's my least favorite of the Lightyear sets, but I recognize that this is a pretty darn good deal, and I quite like how that spaceship turned out. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for more LEGO Lightyear reviews, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.